For over 2 centuries, Oak Island has been shrouded in mystery. Since 1795, people have dug endlessly seeking treasure, clues, and secrets that could rewrite history. Generation after generation, the story of Oak Island has fascinated explorers, historians, and treasure hunters alike. The mystery began with 3 young boys who discovered a tree with a rope tied to a branch, pointing toward a hole beneath the soil. From that moment, the Money Pit was born, and Oak Island's legend grew. Wooden layers appeared every 10 feet, each meticulously placed as if designed to protect something valuable. Over the years, explorers found symbols, old tools, and strange tunnels connecting different areas. But every time someone reached a certain depth, the pit flooded, halting progress. Many believed it was a natural occurrence. Others suspected it was a sophisticated trap designed to protect whatever was buried beneath. Despite centuries of searching, no one had ever uncovered the truth. But now, in the latest season of excavation, a breakthrough has finally occurred. The Oak Island team, using advanced technology and modern excavation methods, discovered what appears to be the hidden Templar Vault. It is a discovery that may finally explain the centuries-old mystery. When the team first detected the vault, the sensors revealed a symmetrical formation beneath the ground, far below the levels that had previously been explored. AI-assisted geological radar and high-resolution scanners showed straight lines and shapes that were clearly man-made. Unlike previous efforts that relied on luck or speculation, this excavation combines centuries of historical knowledge with cutting-edge technology. The images displayed a hollow chamber roughly 100 feet below the surface, and the team knew instantly that this was no ordinary find. Lagina, one of the lead excavators, recalled the moment vividly. Standing in front of the screens, he saw patterns that defied natural explanation. Cold air rose from the site, and a metallic scent carried on the breeze. Every member of the team felt it. The anticipation, the fear, the knowledge that they were about to touch history. Marty, another team member, whispered that if this was indeed the Templar Vault, then they had uncovered a secret hidden for 228 years. But the moment was tense. Cameras rolled, machinery hummed, and the world watched in breath.
Seemed to hold its breath. The excavation team proceeded cautiously. This wasn't just about gold or treasure. It was about uncovering a mystery that could change history. Emma Culligan, the lead geologist, observed the readings closely. She noted a metallic reflection deep beneath the soil, forming a perfect rectangular shape that suggested a vault or chamber. Lagina acknowledged it quietly. We may have finally found the vault. The team mobilized quickly, bringing in cranes, drills, and hydraulic pumps. Every step of the excavation was carefully monitored by sensors capable of detecting the slightest vibration. This level of precision was necessary because the vault had been sealed for centuries. As the drill reached the metallic layer, a faint but distinct clang echoed through the site. Everyone paused. After 228 years, the sound of metal confirmed that the hidden chamber was real. The moment was overwhelming. Cold air escaped from the vault, and the smell of metal filled the space. The team wore protective masks, sensing that they were breaking into something ancient and significant. Slowly, the hydraulic arm began to lift the seal, revealing a metallic door engraved with strange symbols and cross-like marks. It was clear that whoever built this vault had intended to protect its contents from anyone who was not authorized to enter. Emma warned that the pressure inside was high, almost like a vacuum, which only added to the tension. As the door fully opened, a faint glow shone from within. The light reflected off the metal, revealing the walls engraved with cross-like designs, geometric patterns, and what appeared to be ritualistic symbols. Inside the vault, a large stone slab rested at the center. Engraved faintly on its surface were Latin words including subcrutium, meaning the silence beneath the cross. The camera captured the moment in cinematic detail. Dust swirled in the air, and the faint glow from the metallic walls illuminated the excitement and apprehension of the team. Carefully, Emma and Dr. Spooner lifted the slab to reveal a wooden chest underneath. The chest was engraved with the same cross symbols and craftsmanship so precise that it was clear it had been created by highly skilled artisans. Rick Lagina softly exclaimed, "This could be the Templar chest, the long-sought treasure that had eluded explorers for centuries." The chest, delicate but remarkably preserved. Inside were thin gold foils, covered in tiny engravings almost impossible to read without magnification. Among them was a small metallic scroll, glowing faintly, suggesting it was not ordinary metal. Emma examined it closely, realizing that it was an alloy not seen in modern times. Nearby, the team also found a uniquely shaped metallic key, bearing a cross symbol and Latin letters engraved on its edges. It appeared that the key might unlock another chamber hidden beneath the vault itself. Using AI-assisted scans, the team discovered a circular, man-made void beneath the vault, perfectly symmetrical, containing dense metallic objects. The vault, it seemed, was only the first layer. The inscriptions and artifacts suggested that the Templars had built not just a treasure vault, but a layered complex designed to protect sacred and historical secrets. AI decoding of the metallic scroll revealed ominous words. "The Guardian sleeps beneath," hinting at a possible tomb or hidden protector of the vault. Other inscriptions warned, "Protect the blood of the chosen," and "Under the cross, light shall rise." These prophetic phrases carried both religious and mystical significance. The atmosphere shifted. The excavation was no longer about material wealth, but about uncovering a carefully hidden secret, one potentially tied to the Templar Knights and perhaps even to sacred relics. Dr. Spooner noted that this could have been sealed by the church itself to prevent the contents from falling into the wrong hands. The team proceeded with utmost caution, scanning the vault walls and floor. Ancient symbols, circles, triangles, and cipher-like marks appeared, some matching Vatican-era manuscripts. One symbol, known as the Sigillum Arcana, or the Seal of Secrets, indicated that the vault might protect divine artifacts or knowledge of extreme importance. As excitement reached its peak, the excavation was suddenly halted. Government officials arrived, dressed in black uniforms, and presented documents restricting access to the site. Within hours, the vault area was sealed and the artifacts secured in crates and loaded onto government trucks. Despite the centuries of work, the Oak Island team was forced to step back. Cameras were turned off and security measures were established, preventing further excavation. Social media exploded with speculation. Experts debated whether the vault contained the Holy Grail, sacred relics, or a hidden power source. Some theorized that opening the vault had activated an ancient mechanism or curse tied to the site's history. Rick Lagina remained calm, but visibly affected. He addressed the camera in a final message, saying that they had not found treasure in the traditional sense, but had touched the heart of history itself. The discovery, although interrupted, confirmed that Oak Island's mysteries were far from ordinary. The vault had proven that centuries-old legends were grounded in reality, and that the Templar Knights may indeed have hidden their secrets on the island. Even with the vault sealed, the evidence of its existence remains undeniable. The Latin inscriptions, metallic chest, key, and the AI scans all point to a man-made, protected structure buried deep beneath Oak Island. The world may not yet know what lies within, but the discovery has changed history forever. The Oak Island site now represents a new chapter in human curiosity, historical exploration, and the enduring mystery of the Templars. Once the wooden chest was carefully removed from beneath the stone slab, the team gathered around, their eyes wide with anticipation. The chest was surprisingly well preserved, considering it had been buried for over 2 centuries. Its surface was covered in intricate cross symbols, geometric patterns, and delicate carvings that seemed to tell a story no one fully understood. Every mark, every groove seemed intentional, a message encoded for those who could decipher it. Lagina approached the chest with caution, brushing off centuries of dirt and dust. The metallic key found nearby glinted under the flashlight, its cross-shaped design hinting at its purpose. It was clear that the Templars had not only hidden their treasure, but had secured it with an additional layer of protection, one that required intelligence, patience, and precision to unlock. The moment the key clicked into place, a shiver ran through the team. The lid slowly lifted, and the contents were revealed. Inside were millimeter-thin gold foils, each engraved with tiny inscriptions so delicate that it was impossible to read with the naked eye. Emma
Culligan carefully lifted one of the foils and held it under a high-powered magnifying lens. The engravings appeared to be letters, symbols, and diagrams, many of which resembled a language that had long been lost to history. Alongside the foils was a metallic scroll, glowing faintly under the light. Its surface was made of an alloy unknown to modern science, refined and smooth, as if crafted by an advanced civilization. This was not ordinary treasure. This was knowledge, protection, and history, preserved in metal. Rick and Marty leaned closer, trying to interpret the symbols on the foils and scroll. They quickly realized that they were not random. There were repeated patterns, geometric shapes intertwined with Latin words and cryptic signs. Emma suggested that it might be a map or set of instructions, a guide meant for someone capable of understanding Templar secrets. Dr. Spooner examined the scroll and foils, explaining that such meticulous craftsmanship indicated the contents were extremely important. "This is more than gold," he said. "This is a record, a history, perhaps even a code to protect something far greater than wealth." The team then examined the metallic key more closely. It had letters engraved on its edges, S and A, along with a cross symbol. Emma realized that the shape of the key exactly matched another blueprint detected in the AI scans. This suggested a hidden chamber beneath the vault, a deeper secret that had remained untouched for centuries. The idea of a second vault filled everyone with both excitement and fear. If the Templars had buried something here, it might not be treasure as the world imagines, but an artifact or knowledge of extraordinary power. Rick held up the metallic scroll and noticed a faint glow along certain lines. Using a portable scanner, the team began to decode the inscriptions. The first words that emerged were chilling. "The Guardian sleeps beneath." The phrase implied that there might be a protective force, either symbolic or literal, lying under the vault, watching, waiting, or guarding the contents. Another line appeared, "Protect the blood of the chosen." The words carried religious undertones, hinting at the Templar connection and suggesting that whoever
placed these items wanted to ensure that they would not be disturbed by the unworthy. A final line read, "Under the cross, light shall rise." It was cryptic, poetic, and full of potential meaning, perhaps referring to another hidden chamber, a source of illumination, or an artifact of immense importance. The team felt the weight of history pressing down upon them. For over 2 centuries, countless explorers had dug, searched, and speculated about Oak Island. Now, standing in front of a centuries-old vault, with relics directly linked to the Templar Knights, the team understood the magnitude of what they had uncovered. Every symbol, every letter, Every artifact was a piece of a story that spanned centuries. Oak Island was no longer just a mysterious island. It had become a doorway to a secret preserved by one of the most powerful orders in history. Careful examination of the gold foils revealed another layer of mystery. Microscopic engravings depicted objects that resembled ancient religious artifacts, small tools, and possibly maps. Some symbols appeared to be star charts, suggesting that the Templars had used astronomy to guide their journey and hide their treasures. The more the team looked, the more they realized that the foils and scrolls were not just decorative. They were deliberate records meant to convey knowledge to someone who could decipher it. Each foil was like a page in a book written in a code lost to time. Dr. Spooner emphasized the historical significance. If these are Templar artifacts, then we may be holding proof of their last hidden treasures. These could be relics that the world has never seen. Emma added that the metallic scroll's unusual alloy might have been chosen to prevent corrosion, ensuring that the information inside would survive for centuries, untouched by time. The craftsmanship and precision were unparalleled, reflecting knowledge far beyond simple treasure protection. As the team documented every artifact, they realized the vault had layers of meaning. The inscriptions on the walls, the gold foils, and the metallic scroll were all connected. They seemed to tell a story of protection, secrecy, and divine responsibility. It became clear that whoever hid this vault did not intend for it to be opened lightly. These were Templar secrets, preserved through danger, secrecy, and ingenuity, waiting for the right moment and the right people to uncover them. The excitement was tempered by caution. The AI scans had already detected the void beneath the vault, a man-made structure perfectly circular, with dense metallic objects inside. The phrase, "the guardian sleeps beneath," now took on a new meaning. Could there be another chamber below, protected by unknown defenses? The thought that they were possibly standing above another vault, one containing something far greater than gold, kept the team on edge. Every precaution had to be taken. At this point, the team paused, taking stock of what they had found. The gold foils, metallic scroll, and key were safely removed and stored in protective cases. The first step had been successful. The Templar Vault had been opened and its contents examined. But the question remained, what lay beneath? And what was the purpose of the guardian mentioned in the inscriptions? Was it literal, a protective force, or symbolic, warning those who would disturb the vault? As the day wore on, the team began cross-referencing the inscriptions with historical records and Templar documents. They noticed striking similarities with symbols found in 15th century manuscripts and Vatican archives. The Sigillum Arcana, or the Seal of Secrets, appeared in both places, suggesting that the Templars had used consistent symbols to mark important artifacts or sacred sites. It was clear that this vault was not isolated. It was part of a larger network, a carefully planned system to safeguard knowledge, wealth, or sacred relics. The realization sank in. Oak Island, long thought to be merely a treasure site, had revealed something far deeper. This was a Templar stronghold, a place designed to keep history, faith, and power protected from those who would misuse it. Every artifact, every inscription, every layer of soil carried a message, a challenge, and a warning. The centuries of secrecy had been deliberate, calculated, and effective. Only now, with advanced technology, had the team been able to breach the first layer. But the story was far from over. The key and AI scans indicated that beneath this vault, another layer awaited. What it contained remained unknown. The metallic readings suggested either gold, rare metals, or an even more complex protective system. Every step forward required precision, care, and patience. One wrong move could compromise the site or destroy invaluable historical evidence. The Templars had designed the vault to withstand time, nature, and human curiosity. And now, 228 years later, it had finally been breached. The suspense and anticipation were palpable. Anticipation among the team were palpable. Cameras recorded every movement, every expression, every whispered observation. It was as if time had folded back upon itself, bringing together centuries of history, exploration, and speculation. Oak Island was no longer a mystery for the curious. It was a testament to human perseverance, ingenuity, and the relentless pursuit of truth. The discovery of the chest had confirmed centuries of legend, but it had also raised new questions. What was the guardian? What lay beneath? And what did the inscriptions truly mean? As night fell, the team carefully packed up the artifacts and secured the site. Despite the discoveries, the void below remained untouched, its secrets intact. The words, "The guardian sleeps beneath," echoed in their minds. The Templars had succeeded in their centuries-long mission to hide and protect, leaving a challenge for future generations. And now, the Oak Island team stood on the threshold of history, knowing that what they had found was only the beginning. The vault had revealed part of the story, but the full truth remained buried, waiting for the next step, the next discovery, and perhaps the next century of seekers. The Oak Island team knew that understanding the vault's contents required looking deeper into history. The Templar Knights had been active in Europe from the 12th to the 14th century, originally formed to protect Christian pilgrims traveling to the Holy Land. Over time, they became not only warriors, but also guardians of vast wealth, sacred relics, and secret knowledge. Their reputation for secrecy and discipline made them the perfect candidates for hiding something so valuable that it could alter history. Many historians believe that after the King of France moved against the Templars in 1307, their final treasures and important religious artifacts were scattered across the world. Oak Island, according to old maps and maritime charts, seemed like the perfect hiding place. Its isolated location, harsh terrain, and natural water traps created a perfect security system that no ordinary thief could bypass.
The cross symbol on the map matched the cross markings found throughout the newly discovered vault. It seemed that the Templars had planned Oak Island not just as a burial place for treasure, but as a highly secured repository for sacred artifacts, documents, and possibly even religious relics that had immense symbolic value. Every line, every symbol on the map pointed to careful planning, indicating that Oak Island was deliberately chosen and engineered to hide objects that could influence religion, history, and perhaps even political power. The team also compared the symbols on the vault walls to documents stored in European archives. They discovered a striking similarity to the Sigillum Arcana, a secret mark used in the 15th century by the Church and Templars to identify locations containing divine or forbidden artifacts. The same symbol had appeared in manuscripts that described how certain treasures must remain hidden until the time was right. This confirmed what the team already suspected. The vault was not a random hiding place. It was part of a centuries-long plan designed by one of the most secretive orders in history. Dr. Spooner explained that the Sigillum Arcana was often associated with sacred guardianship, a warning that only the worthy could access the treasure without facing danger. The words, "The guardian sleeps beneath," might refer to this exact concept, a protective measure meant to prevent the unprepared from disturbing what lay below. While historical records were revealing, the team's modern technology provided another layer of insight. AI-assisted ground scanners and 3D mapping had revealed a perfectly circular void beneath the vault, measuring nearly 20 feet in diameter. The structure's symmetry suggested deliberate construction, not natural formation. Dense metallic objects were detected inside, raising the possibility of a second vault or tomb. Rick and Marty realized that if the Templars had gone to the trouble of building